morning everyone, or good day. My name is Jalene and welcome back to episode 11 of the Pick Up Stitches podcast. Today is the 3rd of April and we are having some rain. When we woke up this morning it was raining, and it's one of those days where you can see it's gonna rain the entire day. So we're cozying up, and yeah, I have got a lot to discuss with you guys today. Lots and lots. It's been 2 weeks since I've been recording my podcast, so lots to show you and lots to tell you. But I think let's get straight into it so that we don't waste any time. So first up is, what am I wearing? For the first time I'm able to say, what am I wearing? I've been so jealous of everybody starting their podcast showing something they're wearing, but I am wearing something I made about 2 years ago already. This is the Campfire cardigan by the Make and Do crew. It's a free pattern. It's using the granny techniques. Very easy, very easy. I used Pure Gold yarn in the colorway military. I really enjoy the military green. So yeah, it's nice and long. It goes almost to my knees. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, it's got a copy. So I am very happy with this. It's not a very warm cardigan. This is just something that really breaks that chill. So it's perfect for autumn and spring. So we just went into autumn now. You can see the leaves starting to change here by us as well. And the mornings and the evenings are really chilly. So yeah, I am enjoying this currently. And I'm able to show you something that that I made. So yeah. Next up, let's go to finished objects. I've got 2. So my first finished object are my Gypsy sole socks. Look. Oh, I am so chuffed with myself. There's some minor things that I need to fix, like this gappy here, but it's not the end of the world. I am really happy and very proud of myself for making these. The sock blockers, Queso, knock your socks off, from Knotty Habit. I love them. This is I mentioned, it's a Gypsy sole pattern by Crazy Sock Lady. And the yarn that I used was the Donna base from Esteresa Yarn Creations. Yeah, it was a sock set that I bought actually, and I still got lots left. This is how much I still have left. This is 24 grams of the main color, the pink, and I did not weigh this one, but also it's still a lot, so I got plans for these ones. So yeah, that was my socks for March, done, dusted, just in time, but I made it. So the first quarter of the year I've ticked every month the pair of socks a month target that I set for myself. The second finished object is the rustic dishcloth pattern. It's extremely bright in here. I hope you guys will be able to see some of the details. So this one has been working. I'm embarrassed a little bit, but I made it because I needed it. So it's already been in use for more than a week now, and it's perfect. It actually works perfect. This is a pattern by my friend Mariette, aka Die Boervrou. She calls it the rustic dishcloth. The rustic dishcloth. It's available on Ravelry as well as her website. And then she made some awesome tutorials to actually help you to make this if you are a beginner knitter. It's very easy. It's garter stitch for the border, and simple knit poles to create this almost, I want to call it a basket weave. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it with things being so bright, but yeah, you can get this pattern from her. You can watch all the tutorials. So something that I've learned actually with this pattern is how to do the, what do we call that now? What's the word I'm looking for? It's the way you cast off. But basically it's a slipping over. You knit 2 stitches and then you start slipping over. I will put the words in here for the name of the type of cast off. So I did not know how to do that, but luckily Mariette has got a tutorial and I followed that, and it was very easy, and now this washcloth can stay in a bathroom. So yeah, I've used for that the Moya shimmer yarn. It's the colorway Twinkle, and the Moya shimmer is a 50% bamboo, 50% cotton. Yeah, there's still a lot left. I can almost make another one. I need to make more. So yeah, there we go. That's the 2 finished objects that I have. Let's go over to whoops. The first whip that I need to show you is my Tree of Life blanket. Oh, let me move back a little bit. So I started this because I wanted to join the Mosaic make along that was hosted by Erika from Lamoureknots. Started at the beginning of this year, and I was thinking I'm going to finish it by the time the make along is over, but it did not happen. So it stopped yesterday. The 2nd of April was the last day where we had to give our finished progress shots, whatever, and this is what I submitted. Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm not stopping with this, obviously. It's really starting to take some shape now. We've got our African sunset colors that's building. I think myself and Mariette did a good job of picking the colors. This is the Tree of Life blanket pattern by the Crazy Crochet Cat Lady, and then I'm using all Ellie Pure Gold yarns. I've linked all the colors I'm using in my Ravelry page for this. So yeah, I was up to here with the previous recording. So I've moved a little bit, not as much as I would have liked, but I've had some other priorities the last 2 weeks, which you guys obviously know of. Why I was not even recording on Sundays. But yeah, so the stitch marker is by Esteresa Yarn Creations. Yeah, so it's moved. Let's see how I do this week. It's amazing what you get done with one row a day actually. Next thing you know, there's another 10 rows done and dusted. Okay. The next whip I need to show you is my Mosaic sampler shawl. Oh goodness, what's happening in this bag? It's grown a bit. I am done with the honeycomb section of this. So I'm starting with the next section already. This did not get any love the last couple of days. I will tell you why shortly, but basically I needed the cable. I needed this cable that attaches to my 5mm Tunisian crochet hook. This is the Harmony from Knit Pro. So you tie the same cables that you use for all your Knit Pro knitting needles. Also fits onto the Tunisian crochet hooks. So I needed the cable. It's been standing still for a few days, but it's okay, I'll catch up. So this is the Tunisian sampler shawl from Hayley, Joanne Robinson. I keep getting that wrong. That I'm doing with the Ali Pure Gold in the ochre colorway, the main color I'm using here. And then this one is the military green. Fits with a lot of my clothes. So yeah. The next part, I've started the transition row from the honeycomb going to the knit, just like knitting part. So I've read through it. It looks quite easy, like there's no stitches that I don't know yet now, so it should go quick, except for the fact that the rows are super long now. The honeycomb rows, the last one took me an hour to do. So yeah, I will get going on this again at least. Oh goodness, let me move my Lekker Podcast stitch marker that I got from Jalene. Let's move it up before I put it back into the bag. Okay, that's done. The next whip that I want to show you guys is my Real Easy raglan sweater that I just started when we last recorded, and there's a lot of progress on this one. So I'm hosting this one. I've made some changes, so I'm now on to my Knotty Habits project bag that I got as part of my sock club boxes that I bought for 2022. Just put that nice, there we go. And yeah, like I said, this is the Real Easy raglan sweater by Emily Bolduan from Maker. So the last time we spoke, I was here. There's my Ietsie Klein stitch marker, and I was just done with the ribbing. I needed to start doing German short rows, which I did, and I got it right, except for, I hope you guys will be able to see what's going on here. I'm going to pause for 2 seconds and just turn down the brightness of the light, because I'm feeling you guys maybe cannot see properly. I think it might be better now, a little bit less glare. Okay, there we go. Yes, so there you can see the fly that's irritating me, as well as whatever I did wrong here. I'm not sure, to be honest. The German short rows when I turned create these bumps. So I went for a class, you can call it a class information session yesterday with Adele from Adele Yarn Creations. Oh, did I learn a lot. I'm going to go through my notes with you guys at the end of the video. But then it looks like it's the way I'm creating the, what do we call the stitches again? Oh, goodness. I'll get better at remembering everything. So when you do the German short rows, you have to lift a stitch every now and again. And it looks like on the, when I do the pull, the German short rows, so you knit pull for a few rows, and then it looks like on the pull end, when I lift the stitches, I never actually completed it, so that when I came back, I did not have two legs over my needle that I had to knit together. It seems like that's what happened here. I understood it from Marilyn. Yeah. So we'll see with the next one how it goes. But yeah, few things happened. I was knitting while I was supposed to be in classes. I'm not supposed, I was in class, but like I explained to Mariette in last week's Scrappy Sunday chat, like especially after lunchtime, you know, when the energy is starting to drop, I was deciding to take some relatively mindless knitting and keep my hands busy instead of reaching for the phone and sitting on Pinterest or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, instead of listening to what's happening in the class, because I can still listen while I'm knitting, but the moment I'm on social media, I don't focus on class anymore. So I got a lot done actually, but I did not fit the sweater before I split for the arms. And I just followed the pattern. I did exactly what I was told. And then eventually, after you created the yoke. So on the raglan increases, it's a 1 round increase on both sides of the raglan. And then 1 round just knitting. And then increase knitting. And so you continue until a certain point, and then the pattern said I needed to increase only on the body side of the raglan for another 6 rows, and then split for the armholes, and when splitting for the armholes, pick up another 8 stitches to close that gap, going from the back to the front of your sweater. So I did that, and I was thinking, yo, this looks big. But I knitted a few more rows, and then I told myself, I have to fit this now. I must not just continue and not fit. So I made plans. I've ordered some barber cords now. I'm waiting for them, but I've made plans. Even if it's some Chai-Gu needles that's still on the cord, to split for the arms, and some other Knit Pro cords that I've put the stoppers in, and then I've fitted it, and it was almost this much too big. I was like, no. So I ripped out totally, and I fitted again, and I realized that I am happy after the first increase instructions, meaning where you have to increase on both sides of the raglan every other row. And then I split for the arms, and I only added 4 stitches to close the gap instead of the 8. and I fitted it again, and I was of the opinion that it's still a little bit too big, but I decided I'm gonna talk to some friends. So yesterday when we were in the information session of Adele, I fitted it with everybody there, and the majority of the ladies said I must not rip out again and go back even further. It doesn't look that big, and it might be because the cord is so stiff that it pulls it open a little bit. So I'm going to continue with the body. I'm up to here now. So as soon as I get my barber cords, we will probably have a better idea. I'm hoping this week. If not, it will be the week after. So yeah, let's just move my Ietsie Klein stitch marker. It helps me keep tabs on where I am, so we can check how much did I do over the course of the week when we record next week again. Yeah, what do I need to tell you? I'm doing this with the Pure Gold in the colorway Shrimp double knit with my 4mm Knit Pro carbon circular needles. Yeah, that's about it that I can tell you about this. I'm very, very much having fun. Even though I had to rip out, it's okay, I'm learning. So yeah, that's that whip. Next whip. It's a new month, meaning new pair of socks. And I have been looking forward to working with this yarn for the longest time. The longest. So these socks were for me. So it's Peter's turn. He's getting a pair of socks. And I'm using the speckle clusters from Knotty Habit's Kaiso base. So let me just get in there so you guys can see. And then I am using my 2.5 Chai circular needles. So when I ordered the barber cords, I've ordered some shorter cables for my Chai because when I do one at a time socks, this is a little bit unnecessary. I don't need as much cable, but it's what I got currently, so I use what I have, do what I can. So yeah, I was past the toe, a little bit up the foot, and I realized I am still on the wrong stitch count. This is again the bigger stitch count that's too big for Peter's foot. So I ripped back entirely, and we're up to here again. So it's unfortunate, but that's how I learn. So I told Mariette, it looks like me and technology is not the best of friends, because I made the adjustments on the Ravelry app, the Stash As You Go, and for some reason it did not save. Okay, so I want to not blame Ravelry. I've got a feeling the problem is probably lying with me, why it did not save. So maybe I will stick to old school stuff and just write things down in a book. So I got a book. I am now starting to write everything down as well, because I know Ravelry is actually a nice tool and people can learn from one another a lot on Ravelry. So yeah, I'm gonna, until I got this down entirely, I must write and make notes in books as well. So yeah, I'm doing a plain vanilla sock for him again. What I'm doing different, because I need to experiment and learn and so on, is I'm going to do an afterthought heel on this one instead of the fish fish lipskies heel I did last time. And instead of the 2x2 rubbing the entire leg, I'm going to do a 3x1 rubbing until I get to the very top part. Then I'll do a 2x2 rubbing again. So that's the plan I have in my head for now still. But we will see as we progress how that goes. Yeah, I'm loving this yarn, eh? It works so smooth. And it just glides over my needles. So I'm enjoying it a lot. And I've been looking forward for a while. So this is my favorite thing to do currently. Did I tell you everything I need to tell you about the socks? Yes, I did. Then, the last work that I need to show you guys is this baby here. So, Adele from Hooked on Aard is a local South African lady that's doing crochet designs and writing up patterns, and she made this boho bag and she needed testers, and I was like, pick me, and I am this far with creating the boho bag. She said it's fine, I can share with you guys my progress pics. So it's very easy. I believe if you sit down and you do this, you can get this done in 2 hours. It's it's crocheted with cotton yarn, and it's a corner to corner that you create 2 rectangles with. Then you crochet them together using, I cannot give you too much information. I should not give too much information, but it's easy. It's super easy. The pattern is clear. Yeah, you create at the top a space for a drawstring, so you can actually close your bag like this. So that's done, and then you can open it up. You can put stuffies in there. So it's cool. And then I am currently busy with my Romanian cord. That's going to be the sling for the bag over your shoulder or a crossbody or so on. It's not a lot of yarn left, so I'm having a feeling that the yarn is going to determine how long my cord is going to be. So the yarn I used was one of these skeins that I bought in Paris in the Free State. How long ago was this now? Maybe 2 months ago? I don't know. From Patat in Paris. So it's from Yellow Cottage yarn. It's 100% cotton, double knit, hand dyed yarn, and it's a 50 gram skein each. Sorry about that. It's from Yellow Cottage yarns, and yeah, the pattern recommends you need to have 80 grams of yarn. So I'm almost done with 50 grams. I'm wondering if I'm going to break a skein just to have a longer cord. To be honest, I doubt I will do that. So yeah, you might get away with using a little bit less. So I don't know. I just want to tell you something about the yarn and the colorway. So when I saw it in the shop, it looked pretty. I mean, this is nice. It's really pretty. And then when I caked it up, I was like, wow. And then I crocheted it. Look at this. I told Peter, this actually makes me think back to when I was a child or teenager. My mom used to always plant sweet peas, and for some reason this colorway makes me think of a sweet pea patch. So this is just, it's taking me back, remembering the smell of the sweet peas, because oh, it smells so nice. But anyway, yeah, it makes me a little bit nostalgic. Well done, well done. This is for me, this is awesome yarn. It's soft, it's pretty, I love it. And I did this with a 4mm clover crochet hook, as recommended by the pattern, and I'm happy. I'm actually looking forward to finishing it today still, because all I need to do is to finish the Romanian cord. What did I do now? Ronnie, don't do this. Oh no, stop. Don't stress, don't stress. So yeah, this is the first time I'm doing a Romanian cord. So thanks to YouTube, there's nothing you cannot do these days. That's almost done. Did I tell you everything about that? I believe so. We need to go over to acquisitions. What's the first thing I want to show you? The first thing I want to show you is yesterday I got to meet Gertruida from Ietsie Klein, and I bought this little heart cutter. So ever since I saw this on Jalene's podcast, I was like, I want one. That's cool, it's awesome, I love the idea. And yesterday when I saw it, I had to get one. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see. There in the middle is a small cutter key that can just cut your yarn off. So the plan is to hook it over maybe the, what do you call this thing, of your zipper, or on the drawstring or something, and always have it on hand. Have it on hand always, instead of looking and searching for a scissor, which can be quite a traumatic experience if your project bag gets a little bit chaos inside, like mine tends to do. So I am loving this. I got a pink one. I believe it's going to go with my pink Esteresa Yarn Creations project bag that's hosting my socks. So yeah, I will eventually buy a blue one, and I'll have to buy probably another pink one. So yeah, that's Ietsie Klein. Love it, love it. Then also yesterday, so the event was hosted by the Yarny Corner, where Adele was giving the information session regarding the raglan sweaters and tops and so on. And then there was a vendor there. So this lady is still very brand new, that's creating these bags. It's see-through. It's like a backpack. So that's awesome. I bought one. And then, yeah. So unfortunately, I understand this lady is not on Instagram or anything yet. But hopefully soon I'll be able to tag the maker of this bag for you guys. Okay. So that's 2 acquisitions. And then I need to, sorry for the crinkling, the paper and so on. I subscribed to Esteresa Yarn Creations Secret 7 Society. because I love surprises and I love secrets and I love Esteresa yarn creations. So I chose the sock set in the Clio base because I'm really enjoying sock yarn these days. I just want to create all of the things with the sock yarn. So yeah, so how it works is there are 7 packages in here, small packages with numbers on them, and each one of them is different. Yeah, so it's Clio's, it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, free ply, sock fingering weight, and each skein is 20 gram. Yeah, so each skein is around 20 grams and 70 meters. Okay, so if you have subscribed to the Secret 7 Society and you've not received yours or you have not opened yours yet, spoiler alert, please skip along, because what I'm going to do is, because I believe that I will be recording again every Sunday, I was thinking I'm going to open 1 package a week on the show with you guys. I thought that might be something fun to do. So, and then let me just show you guys so this can get eaten. Teresa and Esther gave some chocolates. So, fun times. Yeah, okay. So, there's number 1. And then number 2 up until 7. So, let's see. Fun. Oh, goodness. Now I'm tearing the bag. Oh, what is this? Nice. There's a little tag thingy that says Secret 7 Society. That's beautiful. That you can add to your zipper pulls. So that's awesome. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh, that's beautiful. That's very beautiful. Wow. Oh. Okay, I will not open the rest. I will not. Let's keep them here for next week. We'll open number 2. So, because I knew that we're getting 20 gram skeins, 7 of them, and you guys will see, or maybe you can't see on the camera properly, but I mean, I've been receiving with the Knotty Habit sock club boxes, the fibers. I've been receiving these skeins as well. So they are all free ply, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So it's more or less gonna have the same weight to it. So this is the Kaiso sock club yarns. And then I'm going to get a lot of these. And even in the sock sets, there's always the mini skeins that comes. That's also Clio from Esteresa yarns. There. And these 2. So my thinking was, and then besides this, sorry, let me just, everything's still alright on the phone. I got a call just now. So, besides that, this is what's still left from the main skein of the sock set that I used for this, which is more than 24, or that is 24 grams. It's more than 20 grams. So, I needed to get a plan. What am I going to do with all of these? And then, I mean, we've all gone we've all seen the sea glass tees and sea glass sweaters and so on, and they are so beautiful to me. But then I didn't know if I was really ready for it. Then Dragon Horde Designs released a new pattern 2 weeks ago, and it was on special a 40% discount that she calls My Favorite Adventure, which is also a raglan sweater, and that uses a lot of these minis, and the minimum or the maximum you will need per color is 20 grams. So let me put a picture in here for you guys. Yeah, so the color changes, I want to use these sock minis for it. And let me just, you know what, let me put it back into its bag so that I don't get confused a little bit later on. Okay, so I decided that's what I'm going to do with it. And then I realized I will need like a main color. And who do you call if you have a problem? It's Miensie from Knotty Habit. And she specially made these for me. I told her I wanted not white and not too dark a grey. And she made for me these ones on a special order. Look at this. So this is also in a Kaiser sock base. Oh, the smell. So I bought 3 skeins. That's going to be my main color. Not glaring too much. Yeah, you guys can see quite good the color of the yarn. So it's a very, very light grey, which is for me super pretty. Oh goodness. And then because she's so sweet, I got cookies from Blue Spoons in the packet, and a letter because she's nice, and a keychain. So it says, so much yarn, so little time. I've got a knotty habit. Now that's the truth. I wish I had more time to knit and crochet and Tunisian and everything. So love it. Thank you, Miensie. So that's all of my acquisitions. Yeah. And then I bought my favorite adventure pattern, which counts as an acquisition. So yeah. I'm gonna go over to life. Let's think. Life was weird the last 2 weeks, as in I traveled a bit for work the Thursday and Friday before I went on study leave. So when I got back to Friday afternoon, I parked the car and I loaded out everything, and I only got into the car and left the farm yesterday morning again in 2 weeks, and it was fine by me. I am realizing more and more every day I am an introvert. I am okay to be alone. I mean, it did not bother me. I was so busy with classes and projects and preparing for semester tests, because we wrote 3 semester tests. We had to submit 4 assignments, attend classes from 8 until 5 every single day. It was busy. So yeah, that's the only thing I can tell you about my life in the last 2 weeks until yesterday. So there was a good chance we would have had classes yesterday and today as well. But then eventually they told us, no worries, no classes this weekend. So Marina forwarded me the information regarding the raglan class that Adele is going to present. And I said, yes, let's do it. And I called Mariette and I said, Mariette, are we doing it? And she said, let's do it. So yesterday morning, very early, me and Peter got into the car. We drove to Mariette's house. And then we left Peter there with Mariette's husband. And myself and Mariette went to the yarning corner. Oh, that was so much fun. Goodness. Oh, who did we meet? Oh, there's so many people. I will tag everybody in my Instagram post for this video. But like Adele is so nice and so knowledgeable. It's like she's standing there and talking about all the different types of yarns and the yarn weights. And for so many grams, there's so many meters, she knows everything by heart. And the one very amazing thing that was like for me was whether you knit a sweater with double knit, worsted weight, fingering weight, your yardage is always the same. I did not know that. It still doesn't, my head has not wrapped itself around that fact yet. I am like, what? But I think it makes sense. I think so. She says you will just need more or less skeins. Like, I'm like, what? So the more sweaters I'm gonna make, this will probably make more sense for me. And let me tell you, I'm looking forward to making all of the sweaters, all of them. I feel so enabled now after yesterday's class that I just want to knit sweaters now. And it's not just for knitting. She even gave us information on raglan crochet tops and sweaters and cardigans. Oh, yeah. I was very happy with everything that I learned there. So yeah, thank you very much to Marina and Annelie for hosting it as well. I already mentioned Ietsie Klein was there, Gertruida. So yeah, that was so much fun. So much fun. I really enjoyed it. And then we drove back, and as always, we got the best husbands, ne? We got home. Mariette's husband had barbecued braai, let's use the right word, as a kudu fillet. Oh my word, was that good. We got home and we basically had to sit down for lunch. And there was the best kudu fillet ever. I want you guys to help me put pressure on Mariette to give us her recipe or the tips or tricks on her website for this. Please help me with that, because I cannot even tell you guys how good it was. The meat was melting in my mouth. So yeah, that was very good. Okay, next up. So Ietsie Klein and Annelie unraveled, and who's the other person? Last month or the month before, started this thing called Account the Buddy. And I was checking them on Instagram and I was like, this looks cool. And I wish I could be part of this clique. And then come end of March, Ietsie Klein was like, but guys, everybody needs to get onto this train. And a lot of us got onto it, including me. But then I had to decide, what whip will I start for this? So how it works is, you select a whip that's been maybe lying around for too long, or that you are anxious to finish, and then you share on the 1st of April. We all shared where our whips are currently, and you tag one another and you share each other's posts, and we really support one another on Instagram. It's hashtag #accountability, and typically Leonie messed it up the first time and I used the wrong hashtag. I used the one you're supposed to use once your whip is actually finished, but okay. So there's a lot of us on that. I've mentioned it already, and I've chosen my Real Easy raglan sweater to work on this and to give feedback on once a week for the rest of April, and then pushing to have it done by end of April. Oh, I don't know, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do everything in my power to get this done by end of April, because I want to use all my mini skeins and this new yarn I got from Knotty Habit and get started on my favorite adventure sweater or pullover, whatever you want to call the thing, and then so I can at least still wear it once or twice this year still. That's why I'm making this one a priority, because I want to just get at least a feel and practice and so on with this Real Easy raglan. That's why I chose it. It's my first sweater I'm making. I needed something plain and simple to practice on, so I'm pushing to have that done as part of the accountability train that we all got on. So keep an eye out for that, as well as all my other accountabilities posts on Instagram that I will be sharing. Yeah, that's fun. That's lots of fun. Tomorrow it's back to work, and I basically, with regards to my studies, have either a test or an assignment or a something around every week that needs to happen. But yeah, I've got ways of managing these types of things by doing a little bit each day, similar to doing a little bit of knitting and crocheting as well. So at least I work on my hobbies and my crafts, and then doing a little bit every day goes a long way with assignments and studying for tests as well. So yeah, it's going to be busy. Things have gotten a little bit behind at work, obviously, in the last 2 weeks. So I will have to play catch up. But I think it will be okay. It's all going to be okay. That's it. I have spoken a lot about myself now. And then, yeah, I wish all of you guys have a wonderful week, and that you get to spend a lot of quality time with loved ones today. And when you get back to work tomorrow, or whenever you get back to work, may it be productive and may you enjoy it. So see you guys next Sunday, same time, same place. Bye bye.